Good morning, mi gente. It's 9 a.m. I know, gay people and an LGBTQ plus Kiki at 9 in the freaking morning? Whose idea was that? Oh, wait a minute. That was my idea. That's why I'm still in bed with my pajamas on. Me, I'm FayWhat, and I'm going to help you get your week started off right. We have lots of fun things to talk about. It's going to be a fabulous week.
Gay boys, hashtag that girl, sunbeams, drag queens, L-word, is that girl, the girl of all our dreams. She's everything that every girl should be. Aqua, South Beach, hashtag that girl, pride-filled, tea-dance, Wilton, is that girl, Latina, but she's universal too. If you find a girl to love, only one girl to love, then she'll be that girl too. That girl.
The FayWhat Show is America's first LGBTQ plus morning show, and we are live right now on Roku, Apple TV, Android TV, Amazon Fire Television, YouTube, and Facebook. I'm also on demand, baby, anytime you want. And you could also listen to me on the go wherever you listen to your favorite podcast. It's Monday, October 9th, 2023. Hello. Today is Indigenous Peoples Day. Indigenous Peoples Day is a holiday in the United States that celebrates and honors Indigenous American peoples and commemorates their histories and cultures. It is celebrated across the United States on the second Monday in October and is an official city and state holiday in various localities. It began as a counter celebration held on the same day as the U.S. federal holiday of Columbus Day, which honors Italian explorer Christopher Columbus. Some people, like me, reject celebrating him, saying that he represents the violent history of colonization in the Western Hemisphere. That's how I feel about that, right? And I'm going to bring in my bestie, my hashtag, my Kal, to talk about that. Hi, happy Indigenous Peoples Day.
Hi, happy Indigenous Peoples Day.
I love that.
Yeah, Luna's here also.
I know. She could be Indigenous too. Right?
Yeah.
What do you think about Indigenous Peoples Day or Christopher Columbus Day or whatever the hell?
I mean, I love the idea that it was taken and created to another holiday, to celebrate the indigenous people of this country because they existed before Columbus came here. And I think it's so funny how, people are like, oh yeah, Columbus,
discovered
America. And I'm like, how do you discover something that was already there?
Yeah.
And there were people living there. I mean, I can't walk into your house and be like, I discovered this and I claim this.
And just put a FayWhat flag right there in the middle. This is my land. I have taken over your house and plantation.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, my family is from Guyana. It's a British colony in South America. So no, surprise that, from the Christopher Columbus stories and discovering Americas and the other Caribbean islands that he's staked claim to.
Yeah.
But it's just like one of those things because I feel like in the United States, we have some of the most ridiculous holidays.
We really do. We really do. And Christopher Columbus Day is one of them. Like, how is it that we celebrate a dude that came and raped and pillaged a whole entire place? That's what he freaking did. And just like Kal said, you didn't discover a place that was already inhabited by other people, mother effer. Like, how does that work? I went to Italy last year, you know that, right? And so we had an Italian tour guide. And so when we were in the Vatican, right, he's like, oh, I have all the Americans. They're going to be so excited about seeing the Christopher Columbus part, right? And he's like, and here you are, Americans, Christopher Columbus. And I'm like, and you see all the gays, because there's 60 plus gays, and we're all like, nah, bitch, we don't want to see anything that has to do with Christopher Columbus. Thank you very much, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's funny because, like, even other cultures and other countries and religions, like when you look at holidays from around the world, for instance, at the company that I work with, we actually have another office in Hyderabad, India.
Oh, okay.
So I get to write a lot of the communications for their holidays. And I always look at their schedule of holidays and I'm like, wow, like
meaningful,
it's amazing.
Right?
It's so meaningful and choosing light over dark and happiness over sadness. And we get Columbus Day.
Yeah. But make sure you take Black history out of schools. Because that's the history that we want to teach you. We want to teach you fake history.
And LGBTQ
plus history. But we want to continue to teach these kids that Christopher Columbus discovered the Americas. The Nina, the Pinta, and the Santa Maria and all that shit. whatever. I'll have more to talk about that with what's on my mind. So let's kiki about what's going on in the LGBTQ plus community.
Yes.
Folks, you guys know Kal. I love him. He's my bestie. We always have this conversation in my house, in my bed, with his dog and my dog. So we figured, why not bring this conversation over to the FayWhat show? It's kind of the same shit, you know? So our first segment is called Gay Boys Sleep Late, and I am here with my friend, Mr. Kal Gajraj.
Hi.
He's a first-generation Muslim American, an award-winning communications executive and diversity officer, a professor, and an advisory board member for the University of South Florida's College of Business. Good morning, Kal.
Good morning.
Welcome back to
Thanks.
FayWhat's Bed.
Yeah,
How
it's
you
great
feeling?
to be here. Good.
Yeah?
You know, we're in the second week of Breast Cancer Awareness Week.
Yes, we are.
You know,
Yes,
so
we
I
are.
think it's really important. I hope that, we're creating some advocacy and creating some education and awareness around prevention and cure. So hopefully everyone's getting their tatas checked.
Check your tatas. If you like tatas, check them. You know, and the funny thing is that even gay boys love tatas.
Yeah, we love tatas.
Right? Like, I mean, I can't go anywhere without somebody sexually assaulting me. In a good way.
Because they think you're a drag queen.
Well, they probably think.
Yeah.
And that's okay. Listen, that is the biggest compliment that anybody can give me in life. That means that I'm doing something right. All right? All right, let's get to these kikis. So, first, if you need any more evidence that Adele is the sweetest human on the freaking planet, you need look no further than the clip from her latest Las Vegas show. The singer has been connecting with her fans throughout her Vegas residency, and things got rather intimate when a female fan asked her for her hand in marriage. Adele cutely rejected the proposal, saying she's straight and that her husband is present at the concert. Watch this.
But everyone has COVID, and I can't possibly, I'm not saying you've got COVID. You can't marry me, I'm straight, my love. And my husband's here tonight, he's here. Oh, no, I don't want to try, I'm with Rich. You're crazy, leave me alone.
Adele has tied the knot. We didn't even know that. What are we all talking about? What do you think?
Wow. I mean, it goes back to saying, like, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, because this is news to me.
Yeah, I had no idea.
This is shocking.
I had no idea. But then she was married. Wait, she was brokenhearted. She wrote the best music ever. Then she got married and was in love and was happy. She was skinny. And then I didn't like the music anymore. And then she was brokenhearted, and then she did a dope other song. And then now she's married again. So that means that the song's going to suck again.
Now she's going to have like a love album. But it's interesting. I actually like when celebrities break up because the music is so good.
So much better. Rumor has it. That is like so much good stuff.
Yeah, but good for her though.
Yeah.
Like, she has a man.
No, she deserves love.
Yeah, she deserves
She
it.
deserves love too. And I love that, this girl, this lesbian was like, hey, would you marry me? And instead of like, I don't know, saying something, I don't know, harmful or rude or anything, she was just like, well, I'm straight. Like, she's like educating the girl. Well, mama, if you have somebody to be your wife, they gotta be gay, and I'm not, and I'm straight. Oh yeah, and BTW, I'm married and the dude is here.
Yeah.
I love it. We love you, Adele.
Yes.
We love you. Next, Pose actor Angelica Ross made headlines this week after slamming American Horror Story star Emma Roberts for alleged transphobia and the show's creator, Ryan Murphy, for U-turning on all-black AHS season. Angelica took to social media with email receipts accusing Ryan Murphy of leaving her on Reed after he agreed to an all-black season of AHF. She also accused co-star Emma Roberts of misgendering her on set and mocked her voice. In a recent post on X, Angelica confirmed that she is leaving Hollywood. Transphobia on AHS set. What are we all talking about? And enough for her to leave Hollywood altogether. What do you think?
There has to be more to the story on this, because I know that, like, I mean, I get so many messages. I leave everyone on read sometimes. So I'm sorry if I haven't like responded to your text messages. But I mean, and this is Ryan Murphy, so I'm sure he gets a lot of messages.
Can you imagine? Yeah.
But I don't know. Like, they always say there's like three sides to the story.
Yeah.
His side, her side, and the truth. So I'm curious to know like what's going on, behind the scenes, enough for her to be able to take a stance like this and leave, because I think she's an incredible actress.
She is a great actress. Like, I got to meet her a couple of years when Celebrate Orgullo brought her down for an event, and what a beautiful human, what a light, and she's gorgeous as well, and just what she represents. And Pose was such a trailblazing show.
Iconic.
That her presence means so much, you know, especially to the trans community. So the reality is that, feelings aren't always facts, but if she feels that way, then and that's strong enough for her to have to leave, then there's got to be some kind of readjustment. And like, Ryan Murphy, he's queer. He does so many queer things. But at the end of the day, Kal, he's a white dude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he doesn't know her lived experiences.
No, he doesn't. But I mean, he's also like pioneered, these stories in television and film like no one else has before. So it's kind of sad to hear that she feels this way. And I really hope that, they have a conversation about it, and try to come to some type of solution, because I would really hope that she wouldn't just throw away her career over, some type of misunderstanding or disagreement.
Yeah. And for her to call out Ryan Murphy like that, you know what I mean? Like, how Hollywood, we don't know how Hollywood is, but I would think, right, that you don't want to talk shit about someone who's giving you work, right? And Ryan Murphy keeps using kind of the same people for different storylines on American Horror Story. So you kind of just cut your fucking paycheck by talking shit about him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but again, so then part of me feels that it's so severe that she had to, Kal. You know what I mean?
That's the part I'm like, okay, wow, like something big must have happened for her to feel this way. Because you just don't up and quit a job.
Yeah.
Like the economy sucks right now.
I don't want to be. Can you imagine? I don't want to be famous anymore. I'm gonna change my name to Fu just because. Like, I mean, like, nobody says that.
Like, you're making Ryan money.
You're making Ryan Murphy money.
You're
making American Horror Story money.
Yeah,
like that is on
money.
your Pose money. Damn, but maybe they weren't getting paid that much. I mean, think about it. We just saw Billy Porter. Remember, you and me just went to go hang out with Billy Porter because we're cool like that.
For his birthday.
Do you like how that went? We went to go hang out with Billy Porter for his birthday, which means that we went to a fundraiser and we were at a table very far away from him. And at the end of the night, we kind of bum rushed him, and then he fell in love with Kal. But that's a whole other question. But you're gonna
check my Instagram.
Check his Instagram for the picture. Super cute. But Billy Porter, just had a divorce. And he was losing his house. We did a story on that. You know what I mean? So maybe they don't pay as much as they should. I don't know.
Unless they got so many expenses and bills. But who knows?
Who knows?
Hopefully they can come to some type of resolution.
Yeah, because, she's an incredible pillar. And I would hate to lose her.
Fix it.
Fix it, Ryan. Fix it. Next, the city of Palm Springs, California, has agreed to revise a proposed AIDS memorial sculpture after locals complained that the original design looked like an anus. Yes. The 9-foot limestone sculpture proposal for a downtown park was designed by sculptor Philip K. Smith III. It looks like a donut with ridges on it, really. The sculpture and memorial space is supposed to provide the opportunity for reflection and remembrance and evoke feelings of connection, reflection, and hope while symbolizing the diverse impact of AIDS on the community. However, Jean Brake, a local resident and founder of the Jose Sarria Foundation, told one news station that the proposed memorial looks like the backside of a human being. Residents say no to the AIDS memorial anus statue. What are we all talking about? You would think that Palm Springs would be okay with a butt statue. No, like what? Like that was kind of like my first inkling. And I know that's wrong. It's disrespectful to say that. I get it. But like, what do you think?
Well, I know that, this process is usually a lengthy one because there's a lot of artists that submit drawings and they go beyond the city council and people vote on it. I mean, I looked at that and I didn't really think it looked like an anus. There's actually something very similar to that in Seattle.
Okay.
In the mountains. And actually, like, you stand there in the mountains and you look through the hole, like from a distance, and you see the Space Needle.
Oh my God, how cool.
So it's really like strategically placed, which I think is really cool. And I never thought that it looked like
a butt,
or an anus. But it's really interesting because if I looked at that, my first reaction was, oh, it looked like the top of a pumpkin.
It does look like it looks like a pumpkin with a donut in the middle, kind of.
Yeah,
like,
or just a donut.
Yeah,
just like a donut. Like, it makes me want a donut real bad right now.
It makes me want a donut real bad too, not an ass.
Yeah.
Right? Did it turn you on?
No.
See, it doesn't. Again,
it made me hungry. But I mean, I guess you could eat ass also.
Well, you also could eat ass. And that was one clean ass. I don't know. You guys need to rethink, okay? Again, is it disrespectful to someone who is thriving and living with HIV? Is it disrespectful to someone who's passed away? It's not for me to say. It's not my experience.
But I would love to know what like from the artist, like what their concept was of that particular structure. Like, what does that mean? Because there's always like a vision behind it. So it'd be interesting to know that story from the artist.
From the sculpture, from the artist. Look, okay, we'll see. I don't know. I didn't think it was too far-fetched. I mean, I'm just saying.
Now I want a donut.
Now I really want a donut.
A French cruller one.
Ooh,
That's my favorite.
delicious.
Yeah.
Those are so delicious. The little frosting on
they're
top.
so good.
Oh, so good. Which is your favorite? I don't care. Just give me a donut. Like, just, ugh. Anyway, next, Jeremy Meeks, who became famous after his mugshot had people around the world thirsting for him, has gone full Hollywood after leaving behind his life of crime. Now he's got a vet who's taking him under his wing. One Patosha Story, who's raving about her protege. Patosha has nothing but good things to say about Jeremy, who she says is a naturally gifted actor, which she believes has to do with his many life experiences. TMZ called the duo fascinating, as Patosha truly believes in Jeremy, and the guy is very clearly grateful for her support and wisdom. As for an update on the rumored biopic series that Jeremy has been wanting to make happen, no real update has come yet. Watch this.
You draw upon your own experiences when trying to portray characters such as these?
Definitely.
Have to.
Definitely. You have to.
Where do you go to in the well of your experience?
It all depends on the scene and the character. But it's usually dark places.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And then it's hard to shake off.
Yes.
To get out of character is a whole nother challenge in itself.
What's next for the hot felon? What are we all talking about? Do you remember the story when it came out?
I remember. What year was that?
God, I don't remember. Side piece. When did the hot felon come out? Can you look it up?
Look it now.
I don't. I know it's been a while, but I remember that. Look at that. Look,
2014.
He's 2014.
Wow. I mean, if I didn't know I was gay, I definitely knew I was gay then, because that was such a hot photo, and I'm actually surprised.
The mugshot, right?
The mugshot, yeah.
Yes.
I'm actually surprised that this hasn't happened sooner.
Yeah.
Because of how popular he became, like, instantly. And I mean, we know how things trend now on social media now in 2023. Imagine in 2014.
For sure.
You know, so it was definitely like a sensation. I'm just surprised then he didn't get an agent and he was already on television shows and
right. You know, I don't remember how long. I don't remember how long he was in jail though. So maybe that had something to do with it, you know, because he was still in jail during that time. But like, yeah, there's been a lot of time, and still, you know, it's again, you get an agent and you get the right person to see you. That's all you need. You know, look, Kim Kardashian is now acting.
And listen, sometimes this happens the opposite way. People become famous, then they commit crimes, and then they go to jail. So
that's true.
He just got the jail out of the way and the crime. So now he's set, and now he can just make millions and billions and trillions of dollars.
And that's it. And be hot doing it.
Be hot doing it.
Right?
Maybe, does he have an OnlyFans?
He should. Like, if it doesn't work for him in Hollywood, he should do OnlyFans.
Do both.
We could direct it.
Yeah. In bed. Here.
And maybe we could do it. He could do gay for pay. We're okay with that. We don't care. We have no problem. We don't have any problem with queer baiting. We think it's part of life, and we accept it.
Yes.
Just saying. Finally, Erin Mazzoni, who works for the campaign of Franklin, Tennessee Republican mayoral candidate Gabrielle Hansen, gave a speech in front of the Franklin Board of Mayor and Aldermen, BOMA, where she claimed that LGBTQ plus people are giving children butt plugs and training them on how to use them. Yeah. She said that she moved to Tennessee from Bucks County, Pennsylvania, after an alleged butt plug incident, which she claimed caused the community to fall apart. Watch this.
Hello, my name is Erin Mazzoni, and my address is on file. I just moved here from Bucks County, Pennsylvania. Hearing what this person just said really upsets me because our entire community up north fell apart. It was like watching a bad car accident for 3 years straight. It started out as pride coming in, and I thought everything would be okay. I was totally fine with them having and doing what they wanted under the laws. And it ended with a rainbow room where 8 to 12-year-old kids were given butt plugs and dildos and trained. They just got a city grant for $650,000 to be able to do more training on the children. It was horrendous. I have asked my friends there if it's getting any better. Every single one of them are leaving. And it is a very good tax base. These conservatives are good tax base people.
Oh, yeah. I think this woman needs help. All right. What are we all talking about? Did she really say, like, when I was reading this story, I was like, nah, she's not going to start crying about butt plugs. There's just no way. Nah. And she did cry about butt plugs, that they were giving them out, like, to students and going, all right, here is your how-to on how to use a butt plug.
So what's the truth about this story? Like,
that she's nuts?
No, besides that, but like, what actually happened? Do we know?
We don't know. We don't know. And there's been stories like this that have come up, throughout the last couple of years, especially with all this LGBTQ plus hate that's been sent our way. That we were doing a story about someone that had said at a board meeting that, that we were, if the kids want to become cats, there's schools that are putting out litter boxes to show them how to be cats. Okay, but then one person tells another person, that tells another person,
It's
and
the telephone game.
and it's a telephone. And a lot of these Trumpers don't have their own mind. Okay, they're like, tell me what to think, tell me what the fact is. They don't go and look it up or anything like that. There's no shame in it. We all have Trumpers in our family. We all have people that are far right that we have to deal with in some way, shape, or form. Yeah. And it's sad sometimes that they really, truly believe this crazy shit, Cal.
They do, because I've had conversations with
your neighbor.
Friends. My neighbor, friends that I've gone to high school with, and grown up with. And, they'll, going back to the drag queen story, they'd be like, well, kids shouldn't be allowed at drag shows. And I'm like, well, typically drag shows are like 1 o'clock in the morning in a gay bar. First of all,
kids shouldn't be
so if I will 100% agree with you, kids shouldn't be in a bar, period. So what do you have to, and they're like, what do you mean? And they, because of this telephone game that's being played, they translate the drag queen story hour into being a drag show.
Yeah, into grooming the kids.
Right. And then that gets told to someone else, and then someone else tells someone else. And like you said, just like how this story, and like I find it very hard to believe that they were giving out butt plugs to kids.
No. And she's crying about it, where people, somebody believed her too. You know what I mean? Like, that's the thing that gets me. You know that there's people watching that are going, oh, these gays, look what they're doing, I had a conversation with someone one day and legit believed that we were going into schools and injecting kids with stuff. Like that, we had a crusade of gays that were just going into elementary schools. Yeah. And how preposterous does that sound? But if someone believes it and that's their truth, of course they want to keep children safe. So they're going to go against us.
Yeah. And I've had this conversation with a lot of my friends who have kids in school, and I asked them, are they exposed to these things? And 100% of them have told me no. So where is this rhetoric coming from? Where is it actually happening? And it's probably such a small percentage of incidents that may happen, or these stories that are taken out of context. Yeah. And the truth is just being bulldozed over.
Yep, that's it.
And I'm sorry, but if your kids are gay, your kid is gay.
And that's it. There's nothing you can do about it.
I knew since the first grade.
And your parents knew.
With Nicholas and I, I'm going to find him.
I think you should. So Cal had like a crush when he was like in first grade. And like, he already knew back then. And like, this Nicholas kid has always stayed like in his mind. And with social media, we have to find him. I don't remember my cousin's his last FBI. Name. Let's find him.
Yeah, I don't remember his last name, and I can't find my yearbook from elementary school either, because that's what I was really like looking for. But one day I'm going to find you.
We just got to go back to the school.
But yeah.
No.
Well, can you?
I don't know. We're going to find you, Nicholas. We're looking for you.
Yeah.
Same. The FayWhat show is part of one of the largest LGBTQ plus media companies in America. And Hotspots magazine, well, they've been documenting the LGBTQ plus experience for 39 years. And Happening Out Television Network has been bringing you daily LGBTQ plus news, talk shows, and more for 4 years. In the same model of PBS and NPR, we are a nonprofit 501c3 organization whose mission is to educate and serve the LGBTQ plus community. So, Cal, now that we have all our calendars kind of synced, what do we got going on this week? What are we doing?
It was so funny. Faye and I actually, after dinner, one night, like
I think it was Bona. I think we went to Bona
Italian and Wilton. If you're ever in Wilton, check out Bona Italian. It's the best Italian food in South Florida.
So yummy.
But we literally sat there with our calendars and synced out the rest of the year. And there were some events we even missed. We're continuously adding events, but there's so many going on. I know now that it's Breast Cancer Awareness Week, your portrait was revealed at the Hotspots Gallery this past weekend, and it was beautiful.
Oh, Cal,
it was absolutely gorgeous.
Thank you so much. And it will be at the Hotspots Gallery all month long. So if you're able to get over there anytime on the weekend, they're open. Go look at the Breast Cancer Spotlighted Showcase. It's going to be there all month long.
Yeah, and we have some really important events that are coming up as well.
This week?
We're actually going to go see Rent in Lake Worth.
Yay!
It's your favorite Broadway musical.
Would you light my candle?
So we have that going on. And
I can't wait.
We have the National LGBTQ Task Force Gala coming up.
Yes, we do on Saturday at the Miami Beach Convention Center. Yeah. And we've got Dominique from Pose is going to be one of the persons that's getting an award.
I
have
really
such a
hope
crush
we
on
get
her.
to meet her.
We have to meet her. Well, they always put us right at the red carpet so we can interview anybody. So we'll just have to like bum rush her, like move her over. I've got to get a picture with her. She's like 18 feet tall.
We'll be like, hey, look, it's Billy Porter. And maybe she'll like look and then we
She'll
can
go,
distract
what?
her. Yeah.
We go, picture.
Yeah,
I love her.
I'm just imagining her being like larger than life, like an avatar. Like she's like 9 feet tall, and, like gorgeous.
And gorgeous.
Like I can't wait. I don't normally get starstruck, but I think that I'd be starstruck if I saw her.
Did you see her documentary?
Yes.
I loved it also. Like, and her portrayal on Pose was just so believable.
Yeah.
To be like the bad one, right?
The villain. Yeah.
But she made it that you loved her and you wanted her to succeed as well.
Yeah.
You know, and I think nobody else could have played that character like her. So
yeah, and then we have the gospel brunch as well.
God, we are busy people. So on Sunday, we also have a gospel brunch happening at Hunter's Nightclub, and that's being put on by CAN, Community Health, and also Matthew Darren. And they've got me doing something there. I'm reading or hosting or doing something. But gospel brunch, I am in. That's a perfect Sunday right there.
Brunch? I mean, sign me up.
Sign me up. We're there.
We're there.
Hi, Cal, thank you so much for being in bed with me today, papi. You know that I love you.
Mwah, te amo.
Te amo mucho, mi amorcito. I love you and Patches. Patches is his pup. I love him.
I know. I got to bring Patches one day.
You do have to bring him. Make sure that you follow Kal Gajraj on all social media. He's got a public figure page. He's also got his own page. He's got Instagram. He's got Threads. Are you on X? Tell me you're not.
X? No, that's what used to be formerly known as Twitter.
Yeah.
I have it because people send me like porn on there.
Okay, that's important.
So it's like, so you need an account.
No, so you just keep it.
I don't.
But you don't post on there.
I don't post on it. But what do you say now? Like, you don't say tweet. You say X? That's dumb. That really is dumb, right?
Elon Musk is an idiot. And that's it. And one more thing about Elon Musk. If you're a gay and you're driving around with a Tesla, you need to check yourself.
There's a lot of them.
I know.
There's a lot of them.
A lot that are friends of ours.
Oh, I know.
Make sure that you also catch Kal Gajraj on It's Happening Out with myself and 4 other amazing anchors where we sit and we talk and we hash out all things LGBTQ plus community, fun and topics. And you'll see this beautiful Muslim face right there. Handsome boy.
Thank you.
I got to find you a husband.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. Did you know that the Happening Out Television Network studios are located at Sunshine Cathedral Square, which also houses Sunshine Cathedral, the world's largest queer church located in Fort Lauderdale? We broadcast their Sunday service every week at 10:30 a.m. Show. We want to introduce you to interesting people that are so important to our LGBTQ plus community. Like this special interview with an iconic bar owner from Fort Lauderdale's LGBTQ plus past. Do you remember Voodoo? Here's Wendy Tascione. Good morning, mi gente, and welcome back to the FayWhat Show. Today, we're going to be talking to the former owner of one of my favorite clubs from back in the day. God, I can't believe I said back in the day. But it is back in the day because it's like 15, 20 years ago, all right? If you knew it, then you loved it. It was the Voodoo Lounge in Fort Lauderdale. And she also owned Mecca nightclub also in Miami. So Wendy Tascione is with us today. And she'll be partnering with Daisy Dead Pedals for a special Voodoo Lounge reunion coming up soon, all right? Get ready to hear all about voodoo, drag, and more. right here, right now on the FayWhat Show. Welcome to the FayWhat Show, Wendy.
Hi, how are
Hi,
you?
Mama. You look amazing.
Oh, thank you.
Okay. Oh my goodness. Like, okay, so folks, I've got to like put this into perspective, right? Voodoo Lounge was this incredible club, and it was in downtown Fort Lauderdale, right? And this was from what year to what year, Wendy?
It was 2000 to 2010.
2000 to 2010.
Maybe 2012.
Okay.
Somebody else.
So,
had it.
but that didn't count when they
Yeah,
had it.
yeah, right.
Because we all left. When you left, we all left with you. So 10 years of this club. Now, folks, if you were down here in South Florida around that time, it's kind of very similar to what it is now. Downtown Fort Lauderdale, very straight clubs, right? A lot of tourists, restaurants, and stuff like that. Then there was Voodoo, which was this super popular, super dope club. It had 3 rooms. It had an outside and inside. It was just marvelous. It was straight. Then comes Sunday, a little show, a little drag show started, right? And it was called Life's a Drag.
Life's a Drag.
Oh my God, I can't believe I still fucking remember that.
Yeah,
Isn't that
that's pretty
crazy,
good,
Wendy?
yeah.
So then it was Sunday nights, and it was Daisy Dead Petals, and it was Lola Lush, and it was all TP Lords, and it was all these incredible, incredible drag queens. This is before RuPaul's Drag Race.
Right. It was before. Yeah, it was before.
It was before. I mean, it was
around,
before it was
yeah.
it was so before it was so popular. Let's
Yeah,
just say, okay.
Exactly.
And I remember you being quoted as saying, and again, this is like freaking a million years ago when I was still drinking. So maybe let me paraphrase the words because they might not be right? You wanted to give a safe space to queer people to party downtown Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah.
And you did that on Sunday.
Yeah. And they came on Wednesdays too. So it was both. It was kind of like a mixed crowd on both nights, on Wednesdays and Sundays. Wednesdays was more house music, and Sundays was house music with drag.
And did you expect for it to be so popular?
I did.
You did.
I did because we did it in 2 other cities in 1997. So that's how long ago. So in 1997 to 2000, we did drag shows in Buffalo and in Rochester. And we made it towards straight and gay too. And we were successful at it. So we brought it here. And it was amazing.
It was amazing.
10-year run.
It was amazing. And I worked for Y100 at the time, and then I worked for Party 93.1 right after, and we got to work with Voodoo Lounge and you folks on Sundays and Daisy. And one of the things that I loved about that was just that it wasn't, if you go to many drag bars today, it's full of straight people. It's usually all straight people, you know? Voodoo Lounge wasn't like that. Like you said, it was a mixed crowd. There were straight people there, but they were welcoming and they were part of the party. And then there was gay people there as well, like all having a great time together. Yeah. And that wasn't really seen back then though, Wendy.
No, it really is more about a vibration, like this tolerant, inclusive vibration where everybody who came had the same mentality where they didn't really judge you. They didn't judge anybody or anything, and they just wanted to be entertained. Yes. So and they wanted to be in good company, like light, airy, happy, you know.
Yeah, and it was such a great time, and they put the couches. It was just such a loungy, amazing time. And that was where I met and became friends with Daisy Dead Petals. And I just remember her drag is not like other people's drag, Wendy. You know what I mean? Like she tells a story and then all of a sudden a baby falls out her vagina. You know what I mean? Like that's Daisy. You know what I mean? All of a sudden, she's singing a song and all of a sudden, a banana's in her ear. You know what I mean? That's just how Daisy is. And I saw it flourish throughout the years, Did you expect that from Daisy? Did you know that was how that was going to go down?
No, I didn't know she was going to be that good. Like, honestly, I think she is one of the best I've ever seen in my life. She's naturally funny, naturally talented. I mean, she brought Dennis Rodman on stage week after week.
Yes!
They made the show. If you went in there and you paid $10 for the show was worth $200.
Easy.
Because they made this show amazing, and it was all on the fly. It wasn't scripted. It was just them having fun together.
Yeah.
And it was so great. I mean, we couldn't pay for that.
I mean, seriously. And then she brought her other talented friends because this is TP. Like, folks, if you see Daisy and TP now, you're like, oh, they're like royalty in our drag community, you know?
Yeah.
Back then, they were still figuring things out. They had already been doing it a couple of years, but they really used the stage of Voodoo Lounge to really let it all out. Like, you gave them that liberty, balls to the wall, literally, balls to the wall. Do what you want to do. It's your stage.
Yeah.
You never were scared that they would maybe go past a point of no return or...
Well, it was way past the point of no return, but it was so funny. It was so good because the middle of it was comedy. Like, it was Daisy on her own bringing everybody up. Do you remember at the end? She was bringing everybody up on stage and
making fun of everybody.
Circus.
Oh.
Yeah, and it was great. It was amazing. TP is amazing. She still is.
Yes.
She's just gotten more electrifying.
She really is.
And Erica Norell, still amazing.
Still gorgeous. Those bitches don't age. I hate them. You either, though, Wendy. You don't age either. You look amazing. Like, I want to lick your face.
I just got a cool laser. That's why.
So the reason that you're here is because a couple of months ago, there was this rumor going around. Oh, Voodoo's coming back. Voodoo's coming back. And every time somebody would say that, I would shoot them down, Wendy. I would go, what the fuck are you talking about? Because I had heard that rumor before. I heard that rumor maybe 10 years ago, okay? And then Daisy said it. Then I went to go see Daisy at Myth Gastropub. And she's like, oh, yeah, have you seen Wendy? Like, look, this is happening, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh, my God, you're fucking serious. Like, you're serious. So my first question is, why did you stop? Okay, like, was it time to move on? Were you sick of this place? What happened?
We stopped because we got hit with like 3 lawsuits in a row that we literally shouldn't have lost. So it was very complicated, but that's pretty much why.
Ouch.
Yeah, and so we had to sell. And so we sold to somebody else, and he took it on for another year or 2. And then at the same time, I had Mecca, Discoteca, Mecca. And so I just went over there.
And focused on them.
And focused on them, yeah. We brought some of the drag queens over there as well, and the same, some of the same DJs that we used. So, and we had that for a few years. And then I sold out, and then I took a break for a while because I had been in nightclub business for 25 years. So it was time for a break. So
yeah, no, I bet.
Yeah.
I bet that takes, that nightlife. Again, that's why I'm so surprised that she looks so gorgeous, because it's like yesterday I was up till 2:00 in the morning, Wendy, and I was like, I'm dying. I'm like, I'm too old for this shit. How did I do this back in the day? We wouldn't even finish till 5 in the morning, and then we would go get something to eat. Like, crazy.
It's hard. It's hard for me now as well. So
yeah, so you feel my pain. So okay, so then fast forward, and here we are, 2023. And so what came up? What opportunity came up that you said, okay, I'm bringing back Voodoo?
Well, I'm not exactly bringing back Voodoo. I'm bringing back the night, just one night. I was looking for clubs with a bunch of people, and we've been looking for a year. And I found this club, it was called, I don't even remember what it was called, but now it's going to be called Chemistry.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
I like that name.
It's awesome. It's huge. It's everything I would want. But
and is it near the old Voodoo?
Yeah, it is. It's right around the corner.
What?
Yeah,
oh my God, how cool! Can we put like a sign in front of the old Voodoo with like an arrow pointing? No.
You're gonna see it. It's so monstrous. It's so perfect. It's everything that I would want. But I actually decided I can't do the 4 nights or 5 nights, however many nights, and so I just backed out and I said, let me just do Wednesdays. So I am just gonna bring back the Wednesdays with drag, and I'm going to do what I did every Wednesdays, and add the drag show early, probably like at 10:30. Same girls and with the guests, and same DJ, same sound, that house music, same vibe, same inclusive, kind of like where everybody knows each other, which is really, really hard nowadays. I mean, you can find that in the gay district.
Yeah.
You can find that here.
You can find that in Wilton, but it's hard to find it.
You can't find it in the straight downtown. So we're decided to, we're going to bring it back again. We're going to try to encompass what we had. And I feel like it's time for that. And people miss that. And people keep asking me, bring Mecca Voodoo back. And so we're going to try here, and that'll be good. And then maybe, we'll expand. So.
Okay. I love that. And the name of the night will be called?
Voodoo Mecca reunion.
I love that. Okay, so see, all you old voodoo heads, right there it is. So Voodoo Mecca reunion.
Yeah.
I love that. And that way, all the people that used to hang out at Voodoo can come, and we could bring our new friends, and we could bring our new millennial friends that weren't around during that time, and it's going to be a freaking party.
Yeah.
When do you think this is going to come to pass?
I'm 99% sure it's going to be the night before Thanksgiving.
Oh, that's the party day. That's the party.
Yeah.
That is the party night of the year down here. So that is perfect. Yeah. How exciting is that going to be? Like I'm vibrating right now just thinking about it, you know? Like I still run into your old security guards, like, you know, because they've all like gone off to other things. And it's like, oh, you were from Voodoo. Oh, I remember you, you know? Yeah. Any pushback?
No pushback.
Nothing. I love that.
It's been like all green light go. And it's been, 10 years for me to say, I want to put myself out there and do something else. And I just feel like now is the time. And I've gotten so many I guess you would say green flags, no red flags. So many things that tell me this is it, do it.
Lighting up the way and telling you to go.
Yeah.
Anything you're worried about?
No, nothing.
Wow, I love that, Wendy. But I mean, again, you're a pro. This is not your first go around. You know what to expect, you know? What's different 2023 than 2001?
What's different? I honestly want to create a space where nothing is different because it was so great. It was such a good vibe that I want to replicate that vibe. And I think we can do it. I think people are dying for that mix, that inclusive, that
safe
high
place.
vibe, safe. Yeah. And the people that I'm working with are wonderful. They all have the same mindset. They're the same, I want to say vibration, if you understand, but they all have the same attitude. It's great. I couldn't be happier with the team that I'm working with.
Can I help you with auditions to get the bartenders?
Sure.
Because one thing I remember about Voodoo was just like, God, your bartenders were gorgeous. Like the girls, the boys, they were just all just beautiful. Beautiful specimens of human yumminess.
I have to show you the outfits that they have. It's amazing.
There's an outfit?
Yeah. It's so it's like Voodoo on steroids.
I love it.
I want to say that it's going to be like Voodoo on steroids. The lighting, the sound, everything.
I love that. Wendy, thank you so much for being on my show. I cannot wait to go. Make sure that you follow Wendy on all social media. Follow Chemistry. Chemistry has their social media up yet?
I believe so, yeah. Chemistry Nightclub, 307 Southwest 2nd Street.
Now you know where it's going to be, all right? So mark your calendars. And we are hoping that the day before Thanksgiving will be grand opening. And if it is, you know that my ass will be there screaming and yelling, so excited for you. I can't wait. And I think that Wednesdays are going to be just the best night of the week now.
Yeah, I think so.
I think it's going to be badass. And the fact that you're
good for sober people too.
Well, I mean, everything is good for sober people.
Well, it is, but you know what? Wednesdays people used to come a lot. They didn't get as messed up, so it was very light and airy. You understand?
Yeah, and
so
safe.
And safe. Yeah,
and safe. And at the end of the day, that was all you wanted to do. And maybe back in 2001, it was like, okay, I want LGBT people to be safe, right?
Yeah.
Now you want anybody marginalized to be safe.
Yeah, everybody.
You know, and again, a club is a club, but there was something about the energy at Voodoo back then, all right? And I have a feeling that with you at the helm and the people that you are placing there meticulously, it's going to have that same feel and that same vibration and that same energy again. Chemistry, look out for it. Downtown Fort Lauderdale is going to be a whole lot of fun, and you'll get to see the incredible Daisy Dead Petals at the helm doing her thing, and she's going to bring all her friends over there, all right? So, Miss Wendy, thank you so much for being on my show today.
Thank you so much.
You're so sweet.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
My goodness. I haven't seen her in like freaking 15, 17 years. Can you believe that?
Yeah.
It's unfair.
No, I can't. It went by like that.
It did.
Yeah.
And we're still here, and we're still alive, and we're going to kick some ass.
Yeah.
Yes. That's the way to do it. Thank you, Wendy. We'll be right back. Finally this morning, I want to get our week started by telling you some things that are really important to me. We call it FayWhat's on my mind. Indigenous Peoples Day. Columbus Day. Indigenous Peoples Day, okay? So Columbus Day was established to celebrate the beginnings of American heritage, right? But the holiday does not acknowledge the people who already occupied the New World, much less how they were treated. Christopher Columbus was a colonizer. He was a rapist. He was a horrible person, not a savior. Many students learned a phrase in 1492, Columbus sailed the ocean blue, but Columbus was not the first foreign explorer to land in the Americas. Neither he nor those who came before him discovered America, because indigenous people have populated the Western Hemisphere for tens of thousands of years. They were already here. You can't say you found the place if people were already there. Christopher Columbus discovering America resulted in a devastating loss of life, disruption of tradition, and enormous loss of lands for the indigenous people. It is estimated that in the 130 years following first contact, Native America lost 95% of its population. 95%. Indigenous peoples of the Western Hemisphere immediately were made slaves, and they were robbed of all resources by the explorers turned settlers. Colonies created by the Portuguese, Spanish, French, Dutch, and English grew throughout the Americas and increasingly took over native lives and lands. Warfare, enslavement, and forced relocation disrupted and altered the lives of indigenous people in the Americas. Celebrating Columbus and other explorers like him dismisses the devastating losses experienced by indigenous people of the Western Hemisphere in the past and the ongoing effects of colonialism today. Indigenous people are still here, okay? They are everywhere. Contemporary Native Americans have led numerous movements to advocate for their own rights. American Indian history is definitely one of resilience. And American Indian history is American history. Give them their flowers. Educate yourself. Yes, enjoy today as the day off. But send that energy where it truly belongs, to the indigenous people, okay? There's a great book for more information in case you want to know. It's called Lies My Teacher Told Me About, okay? And Christopher Columbus is just one of those lies. Christopher Columbus by sociologist and educator James Loewen, okay? So look up that book whenever you can, all right? And that's it. That's what's on my mind today. Happy Indigenous Peoples Day. Well, that's it. That's the FayWhat Show. I hope that you had fun. Thank you so much to my boo, my Kal, for joining me in bed for a great interview and great Kikis and everything. I just love spending time with him. And don't forget to follow him on all social media at Kal Gajraj. Okay, also make sure that you follow Wendy as well. I can't wait for chemistry to open. It's going to be fantastic. So folks, I'm really passionate about trying to connect the L and the G in our LGBTQ plus community. It's often hard for us girls, but if we believe that we are one strong community, then we gotta support all the letters of our LGBT and Q plus. We opened the show with a nod to Mary Tyler Moore, and that girl's Marlo Thomas. This show is dedicated to a strong LGBTQ plus community. I just encourage you to be a little bit kinder, a little bit funnier, and embrace our tremendous diversity. It's what makes us so damn strong. Don't forget to follow me on all social media, okay? I am on Instagram, Facebook, Threads, TikTok. Follow me on all of those at FayWhat. And if you're like me and you love to listen to your podcast on the go, in the car, or while you're working out, guess what? You can listen to the FayWhat Show on and everywhere that you listen to your favorite podcast at as well. So you can take me everywhere you go, all right? All right. Until next Monday, world, at 9 a.m. live or anytime on demand. I'm FayWhat, and I'm #thatgirl. I wish you a week full of sunshine and rainbows. Stay gay.
Rainbows, gay boys, #that girl. Sunbeams, drag queens, L-word. Is that girl the girl of all our dreams? She's everything that every girl should be. Aqua, South Beach, #that girl. Pride-filled, tea-dance, Wilton. Is that girl Latina, but she's universal too. If you find a girl to love, only one girl to love, then she'll be that girl too. That girl.
So, did you enjoy the show? I know you did. So make sure to click subscribe so you won't miss any of the events, news, or interviews right here on the FayWhat Show. Ring the bell at the bottom of the screen, right there, so you'll be alerted every time we're live. You can also click on the Happening Out Television Network logo so you can see all of the shows on the most diverse LGBTQ plus media network. Find out just what we're doing to bring the L and the G together right here on the FayWhat Show. Get the week started with me.